This month, we review the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021 action on and off the pitch. We get a taste of what reigning FIFA World Cup champions are used to eating. And we mark the launch of 2 new FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 venues through the eyes of local fans. As the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021 kicked off on November the 30th, footballers and fans were going to be part of another historical milestone in Qatar. 2 more of the 8 FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 stadiums were inaugurated. Al Bayt Stadium was revealed to the world with a spectacular opening ceremony as a prelude to Qatar's opening match against Bahrain. And then Stadium 974, which stands on the shores of the Gulf, across the water from Doha's dazzling West Bay skyline. This would also be the first time that fans could experience what Qatar have promised: to go and watch more than 1 match in a day with minimal travel and disruption. Aisha from Qatar and Makram from Tunisia did just that.
It's breathtaking how the country has planned for the event. Due to how amazing everything looks, I'm really looking forward to Tunisia's qualification next year. I really hope our squad can take part in 2022. During the Arab Cup, I had the feeling I was in the World Cup. There are food and music festivals and many other great events. Yesterday there was a firework event. The atmosphere on the Pearl was beautiful yesterday, up until 2 a.m. I mean, the atmosphere on the Pearl was incredible. And it was really late, you know, so by that time the cities should be less crowded. And well, I felt as if I was in Europe. Cool weather, nice atmosphere, some cars in the street.
I'll never forget watching the first game of the Arab Cup. It's the first time I've had this experience with FIFA. It's such an honor, you know, to be watching and supporting the squads taking part in the Arab Cup. The opening ceremony was breathtaking for all of us. It was just spectacular. We watched it together. You saw how nice it was.
The greatest distance between any 2 FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 stadiums is just under 70 kilometres. And that's between Al Bayt to the north of Doha and Al Janoub to the south. A journey made simple thanks to the transportation system.
Using the metro, we can go from stadium to stadium to watch the matches, no matter if our team is or isn't playing. So using the metro in this type of tournament, like you and I used it to go to the game. The metro can be used for purposes other than traveling between stadiums. We can also use the metro to get into Al Bida Park, for example, and the metro station is in the middle of the park.
Oh, and how was the first match? And I want to thank you for coming with me to support Tunisia.
Yes, sure, Tunisia plays football amazingly and they were fun to watch, and you've played the first game of the tournament.
Palestine fan Zain Asaf went to watch her nation face Jordan at Stadium 974. Though her team lost 5-1, the experience was still a very positive and happy one.
So this wasn't my first time coming and watching the Palestine team play in Qatar. I was here actually for the qualifying game, and I was here also on Saturday when they played against Saudi Arabia. And it's been an amazing experience. It's amazing to come together as Palestinians, to come and chant and watch our own football team, play in Qatar. And it's been a fantastic experience. Stadium 974 is really one of the coolest stadiums I've entered so far, and the idea of it being sustainable is what makes it very cool. The fact that it's also in Ras Al Baboud, the first place I came here when I first lived in Qatar was Ras Al Baboud, and seeing the change that have happened over the past 20 years has been amazing, so yeah. Football means unity, coming together, and hope. I mean, the idea of Palestine as a team, as a nation, coming and playing is a signifier of what we mean as Palestinians. One of the most amazing parts about this experience and coming and cheering for Palestine is seeing other Palestinians coming together, seeing the Palestinian flag, seeing us wearing the keffiyeh, painting our faces with the Palestinian flag. I mean, that gives us hope. Football for Palestinians is not a new thing. Football for Palestine has not been a new thing. I mean, Palestine was the first Asian nation to enter the qualifying games in 1934, and they had to play against Egypt back then. So Palestine has long played football. We have long cheered for our football players, and we've long come together to play for football. It's really to come and unite and continue this long tradition from 1934 till now.
While Palestine went out with a solitary point, host Qatar, along with Oman, Tunisia, the UAE, Morocco, Jordan, Egypt and Algeria, progressed to the knockout stages of the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021. When the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 comes to the Middle East and Arab world for the first time, a crucial component in ensuring the success of this mega event will be the role of the volunteers. To acknowledge the importance of volunteers, there's an International Volunteer Day on December the 5th each year. The FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2022 drew volunteers from all corners of the world, and they were given an opportunity to meet and relax away from the workplace.
So a year ago we launched the Global Volunteer Platform, which really is a platform where we want to create a global community of volunteers. There's such passion and dedication and a strong history of volunteering at big events, and the World Cup obviously being the biggest event in the world is one of those events. So we launched that last year, and here we have the Arab Cup. Amazing day today with lots of volunteers, with getting their photos taken with the trophy and just enjoying what today is, which is World Volunteer Day. I mean, they're the heartbeat, they're the lifeblood of any event. We've 92 nationalities here and 250 international volunteers have come in for the FIFA Arab Cup. And obviously that number will be much greater for the FIFA World Cup next year.
Firstly, I like meeting all of the volunteers who were so positive in the attitudes, and it's all about helping the spectators, and we help them as much as we can. So we made as volunteers, we made the World Cup in Russia a total success. The week that I've been here and meeting people and seeing the local community and seeing how friendly everybody is, so I take that back to London, to UK, with wonderful feelings of the people I've met here.
I am a volunteer from St. Petersburg. That I have a great experience of volunteering for many international sport events. Maybe every time volunteering now it's part of my life.
Some of the volunteers took the opportunity to spend time working on their football skills with the Qatar national football team.
Today we participate with the volunteers of the Arab Cup. They had the chance to play with us some skill games, and they were so happy to play with the players and have this experience.
An experience that no volunteer would ever forget, and an excellent way to bond as a team.
The first time in my life I'm seeing a national football team new to us, especially this Qatar football team. Very happy to see them and to be happy a part of them.
It's a great opportunity to connect with the community. We're talking about FIFA Arab Cup volunteers that are here with national team players to teach them some football skills. It's a great initiative and partnership between Supreme Committee, FIFA and the QFA to give back to volunteers and motivate them during the Arab Cup.
Actually, I have been volunteering for 3 years, and I have a very big social community now. I was surprised. I know like half of them. We were volunteering together. So yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
This is cutting edge. I like it. It's a privilege for me, to be stepping on this pitch. I guess, national teams doing the same thing. That's one of the benefits of volunteering. So it's an opportunity for me also to get to know other colleagues who I'm working with, and put names on the face, and so forth, yeah.
you know, it's one of my dreams, like to be part of the FIFA family. And well, it's very nice to be a volunteer, dedicating your time. It's something from your heart, okay? When you love something from your heart, you do it for no money, for nothing in return. So being a volunteer taught me a lot of things. When I became a volunteer, I was like, oh, there's another side of the world. I became assertive. I had friends from all over, from Spain, from India, from Qatar, from Italy, from Nigeria, from Kenya, from all over. I have friends now. So, you know, it's like a big melting pot.
I wanted to volunteer for this event because three things. Firstly, I wanted to give back to football what I've received from it. Secondly, I wanted football to reach more people. And thirdly, I want the World Cup next year to be a success. Wow, I'm going back home a different person. Thank you FIFA, thank you football. This, it's in my heart. Salam alaikum.
Are you okay?
Yeah, fantastic.
Salut les amis.
Welcome, friends. Hello, all World Cup fans. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Thierry Vergniaud, and I'm the executive chef of Tivoli Hotels in Doha.
Tivoli Hotels à Doha. Aujourd'hui, nous allons cuisiner la blanquette de veau.
Today, I'm going to cook blanquette de veau, a favorite meal for French people. And that's why I chose that today.
Je l'ai choisi aujourd'hui. Pour faire le plat de la blanquette de veau,
to make blanquette de veau, we need some key ingredients. These are onions, mushrooms, leeks, carrots, parsley, and veal. It can be shoulder or neck.
De l'épaule ou du collier. Alors, je suis arrivé ici au Qatar.
I arrived here in Qatar after COVID, of course. I've been here 10 months. French cuisine has been imported throughout the world. It's about coming together. It's convivial. That's football, food, everyone getting together. And it becomes a celebration.
Ça devient une célébration. J'ai joué au football, je devais avoir 4 ou 5 ans.
I played football when I must have been 4 or 5 years old when I started to play. We call that the poussin. I was very interested in football. I remember the team close to where I lived, the Nantes team, the Canaries, the Yellows. We had Saint-Étienne, the Greens. We were really into it. It's the national sport in France.
C'est le sport national en France. Je me rappelle des Coupes du Monde 1982. Ce sont les années Platini.
I remember the World Cup in 1982. Those were the Michel Platini years. He was a great player. 1982, 1986. The French team, Michel Platini, Giresse, Battiston, Bossy, and the rest. I think we made it to the semi-finals when we played against West Germany, as it was then. The match ended at 3-3 and went to penalties. And we lost. And the German goalkeeper, I think he was called Schumacher, who completely flattened Battiston. I was young. I really felt that sadness. I can still remember that after 35, 40 years.
Ça reste encore après 35, 40 ans.
1986, which was exceptional. I was working in the Hotel Georges V in Paris, and the front of house supervisor asked me to bring my TV to the hotel. He said, put the TV in the changing room, and when the bosses leave, we'll put the TV in the kitchen.
On amène la télé, on la met dans la cuisine.
And then we were in 1998, and wow, pure happiness. So in 1998, I was in the USA. I watched the matches. I was in Miami at the time. So the match was in the afternoon there, and the final with Brazil. 2 corners, 2 headers, Zizou, Bravo! And to win at home against Brazil, pure happiness.
À la maison, contre le Brésil. Que du bonheur.
I was in Moscow. Of course, I tried to get tickets for the final, but it was very hard. But I was in the center of Moscow to watch the match with some Russian friends. It was really exceptional.
Vraiment, c'est exceptionnel. Je pense que sur cette Coupe du Monde,
I think one of the advantages of this World Cup is that all the stadia are very close to each other. They are almost all in Doha. Therefore, as a fan, you'll have the opportunity to go to one or two matches in one day.
Un ou deux matchs dans la journée. Bien sûr que
Of course, we're looking forward to our team being in Qatar. But we're not only looking forward to them coming to Qatar, but to them leaving with the trophy.
Avec la coupe. Un peu de persil.
Parsley and lemon juice, and that's it. Our blanquette de veau. Wonderful. I'll see you in November 2022 in the FIFA World Cup in Qatar.
Au Qatar.
As the challenging and emotional journey to the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 continues for many nations, the European and Intercontinental playoff draws took place at FIFA headquarters in Zurich in November. The European playoffs will be contested by 12 teams, the 10 group runners-up from the first phase of European qualification, and the two best-ranked UEFA Nations League group winners that finished outside the top two of their group in the aforementioned qualifiers. The nations have been divided into 3 4-team paths, with semi-finals and a final in each. The 3 winning sides will qualify for the 22nd FIFA World Cup. Wales will host Austria on the 24th of March 2022. And, if they're victorious, will be at home to Scotland or Ukraine in a playoff final 5 days later. The winner of that final will qualify for the FIFA World Cup in Qatar. The last 2 European champions, Italy and Portugal, could face off for a spot at the finals in Qatar after they were drawn in the same path for the playoffs. For the Intercontinental playoffs, 4 teams from the AFC, CONCACAF, CONMEBOL and OFC were drawn into 2 ties. The ties will be single-leg knockout matches in Qatar on the 13th and 14th of June 2022. Asia's own playoff winner will play South America's 5th-place team, while CONCACAF's 4th-ranked team in their octagonal qualifiers face Oceania's winner. The FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021 quarter-finals got underway when one of the tournament favourites, Tunisia, faced Oman at Education City Stadium, where special rooms have been created to improve the fan experience for people with disabilities. Many young football fans have neurodivergent needs, and special sensory rooms have been built within the stadium to help them get the most out of the tournament experience.
Sensory rooms were placed at Education City Stadium during the FIFA Arab Cup to provide people with neurodivergent needs, primarily children with autism, a quiet space to recluse to and watch a football match. The space was outfitted with assistive technology and staff that were available to support parents with their children. Working with our stakeholders and community partners, we were able to identify 5 fans that were in need of a sensory room. The experience that we have had in the build-up to the FIFA Arab Cup and during the tournament has been very positive. I think it's really important for us to understand that sensory rooms are a very unique opportunity to involve people with invisible disabilities, people with neurodivergent needs who have previously not really been involved in football tournaments, and this of course will be one of the markers of a very accessible tournament in 2022.
Yeah, the sensory room made the tournament experience much more enjoyable for our family, for my son and I. he was able to participate in watching the game, and when he was a little in need of a break, he was able to go and to play in the ball pit and jump around and get out some of his energy. And then when he was ready, he was able to go back out and enjoy watching the Tunisia-Oman match. Yeah, so we took home some wonderful memories of the match and the opportunity to have environments that are more open and conducive and inviting to individuals that have special needs, such as autism or Down syndrome. And we were very pleased to be able to participate in that and have a wonderful experience at the match.
The magic of football is for everyone to enjoy, and that's why we wanted to make sure that people with disabilities and every other sector of society are able to come over to Qatar in what we hope will be the most inclusive tournament of all.
Tunisia beat Oman, and along with Egypt, host nation Qatar, and Algeria progressed to the last four of the tournament. The semi-final lineup saw Tunisia face Egypt at Stadium 974. In a highly charged encounter, a last-minute own goal off the head of Egypt captain Amr El Soulia was enough to take Tunisia to the final. In the second semi-final, host nation Qatar were up against Algeria at Al Thumama Stadium, which has a unique design based on the gaffia, which is worn by men and boys and is another example of this region's rich culture.
Al Thumama Stadium is very iconic and very distinguished because of the gaffia that we all wear here. If you look at it from upwards, it looks exactly as how we wear it. Of course, because this is part of our cultural identity, so since we were young and as we're growing up, we look at our elders and our adults in our culture and they all wear it. It really resembles the Qatari culture and it distinguishes it from so many different nations around the world. And we're always proud of all the Qatari initiatives here in terms of the stadiums, the decorations that they've done, in terms of facilities, the services that they provided. We're very proud of our nation. We're very proud of all the accomplishments that we have achieved here. And this is not something new for the state of Qatar.
In a very passionate and tense encounter, neither side could break the deadlock in the first half. Then, on the hour mark, a goal by Jamel Ben Lamri gave Algeria the lead. Great drama followed, with Qatar equalising through Mohamed Muntari in the 7th minute of injury time. The match seemed to be heading for extra time, but Algeria were awarded a penalty kick, which was converted by Mohamed Belaili after the initial effort was saved by Qatar's goalkeeper Saad Al-Shib. Algeria were through to the final. At Al Bayt Stadium, there was a thrilling conclusion to what had been an exciting and enthralling tournament. In a hard-fought clash between two North African giants, Algeria defeated Tunisia by 2-0 after extra time. A 99th-minute thunderbolt from Amir Sayoud and a last-minute runaway goal for Yassine Brahimi meant Algeria were crowned champions of the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021. The tournament captured the imagination of millions of football fans, not only in Arab nations, but all around the world. It also impressed a special guest of the FIFA Arab Cup, David Beckham.
Whenever I've been here, whenever I've seen, games here, I know that there's passion here. And I think that this tournament has really proved that. The amount of people that have come to this tournament, over 500,000 people have been watching this tournament, have been at the games. The Qatar versus United Arab Emirates in the quarter-final, there was 60,000 fans there, and that really is rivaling, the fans and the amount of fans that go into the stadiums in Europe. So I think that says a lot for the game and the passion here. And I must admit, the semi-final that obviously we all watched the other night, the passion within the stands, the passion on the field, and I think that was a real sign of what we're going to expect next year. There is real passion here, there is real knowledge here, and I think this tournament proved that. I think it's really showcased what Qatar is about. I think it showcased exactly what we're going to look forward to next year for the World Cup. And to see all the fans come together across the region, I think that has shown the excitement, the passion for the game, and how ready Qatar is for the 2022 World Cup.
Next month, we'll meet Algeria's Raba Madja to reminisce about a piece of FIFA World Cup history. We'll discover how the latest technological advances keep Qatar 2022 surfaces immaculate. And we'll catch up with aspiring Arab fashion designers.